Did you know that most cars in the US don't die from old age? They die from neglect? Here's the shocking truth. 75% of engine failures could have been prevented with one simple 5,000-mile routine. Yet most drivers never do it. And the craziest part? The secret isn't some $500 service at the dealership. It's cheap, easy, and proven by mechanics who push cars past 400,000 miles. Think your car will last just 150,000? Wrong. If you do this every 5,000 miles, you could literally make your car last forever, or at least as long as you want to keep it. In this video, I'll show you the 10 maintenance habits mechanics follow religiously every 5,000 miles, but never tell customers. Stick around until the very end, because the final habit is the true longevity multiplier that almost no driver does. Yet it's the reason some cars make it to 500,000 miles. Habit number 1. Change engine oil and filter every 5,000 miles. What most drivers believe: modern synthetic oil lasts 10,000 miles, sometimes 15,000. Why it's dangerous? Yes, oil can last, but contaminants don't care. Every 5,000 miles, fuel dilution, moisture, and combustion byproducts build up. That sludge chokes tiny oil passages, wears seals, and destroys bearings. Expert insight: Toyota and Honda, despite selling cars marketed with 10K mile intervals, still recommend 5K mile oil changes under severe conditions. Guess what? Severe conditions include short trips, stop-and-go traffic, and extreme weather. In other words, the way most Americans actually drive. Habit number 2. Rotate tires and inspect suspension. What most drivers usually do: they skip rotations until the tires are visibly worn. Why it's dangerous: uneven tire wear ruins alignment, stresses ball joints, and shortens tire life by tens of thousands of miles. Bad alignment also increases fuel consumption. Expert insight: Goodyear and Michelin both recommend 5K to 6K tire rotations. Mechanics agree. Every oil change is the perfect reminder. Pro technicians also do a quick suspension check, spotting worn bushings and ball joints before they cause steering failure. Habit number 3. Top off and inspect all fluids. What most drivers do wrong: they only check fluids when the dashboard light comes on. Why it's dangerous? By then it's too late. Low coolant overheats engines, low transmission fluid burns clutches, and low brake fluid signals worn pads. Neglecting this costs thousands. Expert insight: fleet maintenance manuals mandate fluid checks every 5,000 miles. Coolant, brake, power steering, transmission, washer. Mechanics top off and note consumption patterns, which often reveal hidden leaks long before they become breakdowns. Habit number 4. Check and clean the battery and terminals. What drivers usually do: ignore corrosion until the car won't start. Why it's dangerous? Corrosion increases resistance, forcing the alternator to work harder. This shortens the lifespan of both the alternator and starter motor. Average repair bill: $700 to $1,200. Expert insight: A roadside assistance reports that dead batteries are the #1 cause of breakdowns in America. Mechanics prevent this by cleaning terminals with every 5,000 service, then spraying them with corrosion inhibitor like WD-40. Habit number 5. Inspect belts and hoses. What most drivers do wrong: they wait until something snaps. Why it's dangerous? Cracked serpentine belts and brittle radiator hoses often fail between 60,000 to 100,000 miles. If that belt drives the water pump, your engine can overheat in minutes. Overheating is the fastest way to warp heads and crack blocks. Expert insight: veteran mechanics check belt tension, glazing, and hose softness every 5,000. Manufacturers like Gates recommend replacing belts every 60,000 to 90,000 miles and hoses every 5 years. Habit number 6. Inspect brakes, pads, rotors, and fluid. What drivers usually do: they wait for squeaks. Why it's dangerous? Squeaks mean the pads are already worn down. By 5K intervals, mechanics catch uneven wear early. Worn pads destroy rotors, and contaminated fluid kills ABS pumps. Repairs often cost $1,200 plus. Expert insight: NHTSA reports brake failures cause thousands of accidents yearly. European automakers recommend fluid flushes every 2 years, while US shops push inspections at every oil change. And wait until you hear habit number 7. because this one reveals why your air filter, often ignored, could be quietly choking your engine every single drive. Habit number 7. Replace or clean the engine air filter. What drivers usually do? They forget the air filter for 30,000 to 50,000 miles. Some even bang it on the ground and reinstall it. Why it's dangerous. A clogged filter starves your engine of oxygen. Less air means more fuel, which causes carbon buildup, fouled plugs, and poor MPG. Worse, if the filter is torn or improperly sealed, dirt and sand bypass directly into the cylinders, scoring piston walls and ruining compression. Expert Insight OEM guidelines often say 12,000 to 15,000 miles for replacement, but fleet managers in dusty regions swap filters even sooner. Mechanics who cut open filters at 5,000 service intervals often find shocking levels of trapped debris. Habit number 8. Inspect and rotate spark plugs, if needed. What most drivers believe. Plugs last 100,000 miles. I don't need to check them. Why it's dangerous. That's only true under perfect conditions. By 5,000 checkups, mechanics often catch misfires caused by fouled plugs, carbon buildup, or cracked insulators. One misfiring cylinder can dump raw fuel into the catalytic converter, destroying a $1,200+ component. Expert Insight, NGK, and Denso, top spark plug manufacturers, recommend inspecting plugs every 5,000 to 10,000 miles, especially on turbocharged or direct injected engines. Mechanics use these inspections to also spot oil leaks or valve cover gasket issues. Habit number 9. Check wheel bearings, CV joints, and axles. What drivers usually do wrong? They wait until a loud grinding noise appears. Why it's dangerous. By then it's too late. A failed wheel bearing can lock up a wheel at highway speeds. A torn CV boot allows grease to escape and dirt to enter, destroying the joint. Both failures risk accidents and costly repairs. Expert Insight. Veteran mechanics recommend checking bearings for play and CV boots for cracks at every 5,000 interval. Replacing a torn boot early costs $40 to $60. Replacing a whole axle later, $400 to $800. Habit number 10. Reset adaptive learning and run a scan. What drivers never do. They assume the check engine light will catch every issue. Why it's dangerous. Modern cars use adaptive learning for transmission shifts, fuel trims, and throttle response. Over time, they learn bad habits from clogged sensors or dirty fuel. Without resetting, these small errors compound into poor performance and long-term wear. Expert Insight. Veteran mechanics hook up a scan tool every 5K to check live data, oxygen sensors, fuel trims, misfire counters. This catches failing sensors long before they trigger warning lights. Some even reset adaptive values after maintenance to give the car a fresh baseline. Bonus habit. Detailed inspection log. Why it matters. Most drivers forget what was done and when. The hidden danger. Without records, small issues are ignored. You replace one part but forget the related gasket, or service one system and neglect the connected one. This maintenance amnesia is why problems snowball after 100,000 miles. Expert Insight. Veteran mechanics keep logbooks, even for their personal cars. Fleet companies document every 5K service. This allows patterns to be spotted, like slow coolant loss or increasing oil consumption. So here's what will truly make your car last forever. Oil changes every 5,000 with filter swaps. Tire rotations and suspension checks. Top off all fluids. Inspect battery, belts, and hoses. Frequent brake inspections. Air filters, spark plugs, bearings, and CVs checked every 5,000. Use a scan tool to catch hidden issues early. And never forget to document it all. These aren't theories. They're proven practices used by mechanics, fleet managers, and manufacturers worldwide. Do them every 5,000 miles, and your car will easily outlive its design life. Now I want to hear from you. Do you already follow a strict 5K mile routine? If yes, what habit has saved you the most money? Or what disaster did you avoid by catching a problem early? Drop your story in the comments. I'll be featuring the best ones in a future video.